How can you use Event Viewer to fix real-world problems? And what should you look at to identify the possible source of the problem? One of the things to look at is the frequency of the generated event. If the event occurs several times in a short period, this can indicate a problem with the component, the app, or the service that originated the event. If, for example, I select the application log and scroll into the events, I can see this same error generated several times in a very short period. This can indicate a potential problem with this component I should look at. If the description of the problem is clear enough, it can give me enough information to help me fix the problem. Otherwise, I can copy the description or part of it and paste it into the Google search bar. If the problem is known by the editor or by the IT community, the chances are that the fix already exists. Now I'm going to share with you a system log taken on a computer that took 5 minutes to boot Windows 10. 5 minutes to boot a computer with an SSD disk is ridiculous. Usually I troubleshoot this kind of performance issues using the Windows Performance Toolkit, which designated the disk as the source of the problem. I have confirmed this assumption by asking the user to send me the system event log, and here is what I did find. There are several warnings events generated by the disk, as you can see in the source column. These events occurred in a short period, about a few seconds in interval. This is a serious warning that something is wrong with the disk. On the general panel, I can read the following. The IO operation at logical block address, and it gives the disk block address for disk 2 was retried. This means that Windows tried many times to read data on this block address without success. With this information in hand and knowing that the problem is related to the disk, I asked the user to run the hard disk Sentinel tool to scan the disk for potential problems. And here is the scan result. At first glance, the disk performance and the disk health are excellent. But here you can read that problems occurred between the communication of the disk and the host more than 35,000 times. In case of sudden system crash, reboot, blue screen of death, inaccessible files or folders, it is recommended to verify data and power cable connections. And this is precisely what we did with the end user. He has replaced the SATA cable that connects the disk to the motherboard with a new one, and the problem disappeared. So the event viewer was of great help to identify this hardware problem that was the source of the performance issues experienced by the user.